my teacher said to me, she said, "Ellington, you're a genius." Now, I don't know if I really was a genius, but something about what she said and something about what I had access to changed the game for me. I started to see myself differently just by having an opportunity to engage in rigorous STEM education.
Engineering design that you did here. Tell me about it, guys.
It's engineering design for kindergartners in Julie Pitkin's class.
We put the pumpkin in here.
Okay.
So right.
And why did that design work?
5-year-olds learning problem solving, estimation, calculations, and critical thinking, all while expanding their vocabulary.
One day we had an aha moment. We were working on stability and structures. And all of a sudden, in the block area, the kids stopped what they were doing and said, "Mrs. Pitkin, our structure isn't very stable." I would not have had that conversation last year.
That's because this new Magnet School of Engineering and Arts takes a different approach to learning. No regurgitation of facts here.
Pretty easy, right?
The emphasis here is on science, technology, engineering, digital arts, and mathematics, also known as STEAM, and the students are learning it all at once.
I'm still modeling handwriting, and yes, we're still learning what A looks like and how to say A properly, but we're doing it in an engineering and scientific method.
We're using an integrative approach so that language standards are being met at the same time as math standards is being met at the same time as science standards.
Program coordinator Kara Rickenberg says the school currently has a waiting list of 330 as parents seek out schools where science, math, and technology is embedded in the curriculum
How many pumpkin seeds do you think are on here?
and mirrors the world in which these kids live.
It's what our kids are doing. This is their world. This is their life.
The basic premise behind STEM education is really solving problems, understanding natural phenomena and solving problems. In fact, there's an interesting statistic that the most common educational background of Fortune 500 CEOs in the United States is, it's not business, it's not law, it's engineering. Kids can get an engineering education, they can go do anything with it. They can be a lawyer, they can be a businessman, they can be a politician, they can be whatever they want. But they'll understand how to solve problems, and that'll see them beneficially through their entire career.
STEAM helps prepare young people for the jobs of the future, and as companies are looking at skilled workers with intelligent and critical thinking skills, we're creating a pipeline of employees for the future.
They can see the world in a more intelligent and more informed way. The individual can impact the whole world through inventions, innovation going forward. But to do that, primarily you need a good understanding of the math, the science, and the technology behind it.
The kids are learning now tends to be really siloed education, very specific, discrete pieces of information that they have trouble carrying from one class to the next. But when we are really intentional about designing a course that naturally blends all of those things at once, it really aids the kids in making those connections and thinking at that higher level.
It allows students to have a chance to actually experiment with different subject matters in a way that actually applies to what they're learning, as opposed to just saying, well, you're going to learn about math today. Instead, it's how are we going to use math in this way.
If you incorporate all the different subjects, even though you have a specific subject, you're incorporating math and science, even in English or language arts class, that helps.
I believe that one of the most important things about STEAM is that kids are able to see the connection between what we're doing in the classroom as well as what's going on in the community. They're able to kind of put it together, and then they feel like they're more involved in their community, like they have more of a say in what's happening. And then also the community is more supportive and excited about what the kids are doing, so they want to come and talk to them and get them excited because they're going to be our future. They're going to be doing a lot of these things as well. So I just believe that the kids are just really a lot more engaged when they see that it matters.